Like Sunday.
Yeah, they all come from the Norse gods. I know that.
All right, that's in Iceland.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that all you came from Scandinavia. And first off, Thor was a black man.
What?
Thor was black. You didn't know Thor was black? You need to do your history, man. You need to do your history.
What tribe is Thor from?
Thor was a Viking.
No, the original Viking was black. You didn't know that?
No.
The Vikings that came to America was black. You didn't know that?
People were in Africa.
Oh, so black people were only in Africa?
Yeah, it started out in Africa.
Not true. So where did civilization start?
Africa.
No, it didn't. First civilization arises in Babylon. Smart man.
No, it's Sumer.
Sumer, right? But in that region, right?
That's civilization. That's not people.
What you are is crazy. I'm gonna tell you something.
You don't believe in evolution, do you?
Hell no. The person who made up evolution doesn't believe in evolution. Why would I believe in evolution? It's proven. No, it's a theory. It's theoretical.
With what?
Oh, by dinosaur bones.
Dinosaur bones. How did they determine the dinosaur bones? With
That's
what?
enough.
With what metal? I mean, with what method of research? Archaeology. What do archaeologists do?
Don't you know anything?
They carbon date, right?
Carbon dating.
Let me tell you something about
And
carbon
that's
dating.
outdated.
Let me tell you something about carbon dating. You can take a shell of a slug, or it's a snail. A shell of a snail today and carbon dated, it'll say it's 8,000 years old. Why is that? Because carbon dating is inaccurate and it's bullshit. That's why.
That's right.
Has a degree of inaccuracy, 3%.
It has
30?
a degree of inaccuracy.
3%.
No, it's a much higher degree. And let me tell you something. It's a well-known fact amongst scholars, and you should know this, that carbon dating is only used to support theories, and when carbon dating is contrary to the theory that's being hypothesized, then it's totally thrown out and it's not mentioned.
You're an anti-rational.
I'm not an anti-rationalist, I'm rational. But I am a radicalist, I'll tell you that, because the Bible is radical. God is radical. See, it's rational. When you think outside of the way the white man tell you to think you're irrational, you're an
You
anti-rationalist.
need to study the Bible.
I studied the Bible.
First of all, carbon dating isn't even rational.
I have. Carbon dating is totally irrational.
Carbon dating isn't even rational. That's some fucking bullshit you gotta go do and then guess on some shit.
Science uses carbon dating. Everybody uses
What does the word science
evolutionists do? What does science mean?
Science is Latin.
Meaning
Yeah,
what?
meaning what?
Knowledge.
All right, I'll give you that. It's knowledge, right? So, if I'm obtaining knowledge, then I'm a scientist, correct? Okay, so you can't tell me I have to use a scientific approach. I'm always using a scientific approach if I'm gaining knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
What knowledge comes out of evolution?
It's a theory. Listen.
That we developed from single cell.
Let me tell you something. Don't you know? Listen.
You don't think the myth of Genesis is literally true, do you?
Listen. You don't even know the story of Genesis.
I can read it in Hebrew. I can recite it to you in Hebrew.
Okay, now, but what does it mean? What is the story of Genesis? Was Adam one person?
No, I'm talking about the creation myth of Genesis 1.
How long did that happen?
It's a myth.
How long?
It's a myth.
What does the myth say? How long
Have
it
you ever
happened?
heard of a creationist
A
before?
myth doesn't have a time. It's like the myth
According
of,
to the myth
Marduk
of
and
Genesis that you
Ishtar
say.
and Baal
Those
and-
are myths. I'll give you that. Those are myths. This is not no myth that's in Genesis.
Yes, it is.
Creationists proved it to be true.
It's based on Memphite theology.
Creationists proved it to be true.
Have you read the Memphite theology?
Memphite?
Memphite
No,
theology.
I've dealt with
Look at it.
Sumerian theology.
You have. Who's
Yeah.
the high god of?
I forget the name, but I've dealt with it to a degree.
I don't think so, sir.
I have, because the aliens came down here and they was mining gold, and then they went to the garden and then they created people, and then the serpent came in. That's the Sumerian
What does
theology.
the serpent stand for?
The serpent
White
in the
people.
Bible stands for you. That's what it stands for. The
White
serpent,
people.
You're the serpent right here,
No, the
and you're
serpent
trying to
stands
eat it
for-
to get us to eat from that fucking
That's
tree.
right, man.
The serpent stands for Adam's dick.
No, it doesn't. You think
Only
sex
a
So you're saying
fucking
sex? So you're saying sex is
is
wrong?
the fruit?
Which proves white sex? All right. Going back to the effeminization of the black man,
White sex is wrong.
they don't do it naturally, man. They don't like it. Why? Because in the Caucasus Foothills, Georgia, Russia, all right, when you guys are sitting here scrounging around for meat, guess what? You put your dick in a woman, she gives you a child, and that's another mouth you got to feed.
You don't like that.
And you don't like that. So that is sick.
He just proved it.
Hey, that's the brother just said it, man. We might get something out of it, man. He just proved it.
I'm not like that, man.
That's how
You're
you
like
you
that,
said
man.
it.
You're like
You said it.
You might not know you're like that, but subconsciously you're like
That's
that.
how you are.
Are you a psychologist?
I am a psychologist.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, what
I just psychoanalyze you.
Hey, that's right.
You said what? Because look, I psychoanalyze all white people. I've been studying you guys for about 23 years.
So you
Right.
haven't really studied very well.
I've
Hey,
studied
man,
well.
I've-
I got first-hand experience at observing white people.
Hey, from right to left, they're everywhere. Right? Boom, there you go. Left.
Listen,
There you
according
go.
to you,
According to me.
but according to me, I have it. And according to me, you've got
That's
many
because
errors.
you have not
I
gone to college.
was
Listen,
putting up for many
listen,
errors.
university, let me tell you
Can
something.
you show me your
This.
stupid pictures?
This is the devil. This is the devil right here.
The devil's a myth.
The devil's a myth.
Devil's
the
a
devil's
myth,
real.
man.
What does the word devil mean?
Ooh.
Devil means live backwards.
It means deceiver.
What?
It means deceiver.
Live backwards.
Backwards.
Yeah,
Deceiver.
I like it.
Is this not a deception?
Devil is the word live backwards.
It's a deception. Now, if this is a deception, then this is the
Jesus
devil.
is a nigger? No, I don't believe that shit.
Well, you don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in the
Why
Bible.
would you want to believe that?
Actually, I
Hey.
don't believe in that shit at all.
Hey, you saw the true colors come out of him?
Hey.
But look, his true colors on his
Hey.
face.
He thought somebody was gonna get mad, bro. He thought somebody was gonna get mad.
Who's gonna get mad? 'Cause
He
if you
thought
guys
some-
were gonna get mad, you guys would beat my ass by now.
We know that, but that's what I said. We thought we was gonna get mad, but we didn't.
What he said.
Jesus is a nigger.
No, actually, the fucked up part is Jesus is not white. He's tan. He's from fucking Middle East.
Man,
He's
you
black.
don't believe in that shit, so we don't even need to talk to you about it.
Good point.
Right, all right.
Good point.
Your woman's calling you.
Hey,
Chase the puss.
666.
They believe
666.
Yeah, of course. Get that.
That's
The devil.
Jay.
And then look at the horns up.
666.
Right, man.
You see that? That's the devil. That's
right.
He showed himself.
They
You see,
know-
but
see,
here's the
look.
thing. He knows he's the devil. Then you got devils who don't know they the devil. This guy right here. You and him.
You're talking about Satan.
Satan is a spiritual demon. I'm not talking about
Satan's
Satan.
not a demon.
He's not a demon. Who is Satan? The adversary?
Satan, yes.
He he has a physical counterpart on earth. You and other people. This guy, a lot of guys out here.
Last guy.
The last guy.
You just make shit up.
I didn't make shit up. Listen, you ever heard of common sense? Now, if you're a black man and you've been raped, robbed, and murdered by white people, oppressed by them, forced into their religion, forced into their language, forced into their ways of life, then your only conclusion would be that the white man is your adversary. Therefore, when you take a look into consideration of what the word Satan and devil mean, and you look at this is what the white man that did to you, then your conclusion will be to what? That the white man was Satan and the devil. That's logic. That's not logical. If the white man lied to me and has been my enemy my whole life,
That's rational.
that's rational.
Do you know the
That's
word
literal.
Satan?
That's literal.
Yeah, adversary.
Do you know it has a definite article in Hebrew in the Old Testament?
It's got a what?
Definite article.
What does that mean?
It means it's Ha-Satan, the adversary, not Satan.
Yeah, the
It's
adversary.
a title, not
Who is
a
the
name.
adversary?
Yes,
Exactly.
and who has listen? Who is a common adversary in the whole world?
Who is the common adversary?
Who is a common adversary of the whole entire
I'm
world?
not a fundamentalist. I'm not a Christian.
Listen,
does that
don't
mean?
matter.
I'm not a Christian.
I'm asking you a logical question.
I'm not a
Who is the-
fundamental Christian.
He wants you to use
All right?
literal truth.
What are you? Because I'm not a fundamentalist.
Oh, we are Hebrew
I'm a
Israelites.
Hebrew Israelite.
All right. Of the
you're not
various
Hebrew.
Hey! I keep saying it, I'm glad.
Keep saying it.
It's
You're on
Romans
this
9
perfect
chapter.
description. You told us we were Israelites like the first time
No,
you
you're
came.
not.
Hey, and we got it on tape,
No,
man.
we're not.
So-called white
No,
man's
we're
full of
not.
shit, man.
We're
All right,
from the
and this is a
kingdom
walking
of
image
Judah.
of them, all right?
Yo,
They
we're
think
not from
they
the
know
kingdom of
something,
Judah.
man, because they've been to college and
Huh?
shit.
He's
Fuck
from
your
the tribe of
colleges.
Judah. You don't believe
All
it?
right?
Not you.
How do you know he's not a Jew?
Because you don't know anything about Judaism. You
Ju-
don't
Judaism
Listen,
has nothing to do with
Judaism
the
is a created religion.
You don't speak.
Judaism is a
All
created
religion
religion.
is created.
Of course.
Thank
The
you.
Bible before Judaism?
Not all of it.
Not
All of it was.
Oh my gosh.
All of it was.
Judaism started in the Babylonian exile.
No, Judaism started in the 8th century. Kagan Bullock.
Kagan Mullen.
I done already spoke to you about that.
No, when the Babylonian, when the Assyrians destroyed.
No, that's when the Babylonian
Listen.
Talmud came out.
No, the Talmud is later.
What is it then? How did Judaism start in the Babylonian captivity?
Hey man, I hope all of the
Judaism
scholars
started
think
when
like
the
this.
Babylonians destroyed.
They don't.
There's a scholar out here.
Destroyed.
Y'all need to come get your man. Put him on. He looking
And there
bad
was
right now.
only the
Need to put them on you look bad, man.
Judah, they mean Jews.
It's not
So
a
the
fun.
post-
Because there's the kingdom. The
The
kingdom of Judah.
post-exilic community is the beginning of Judaism. It's about 520.
Not true. Where does the word Judaism appear in the Bible?
Where?
Judaism? Jew appears. We will agree on that, but Judaism doesn't appear
No, that's a modern.
because it's a modern term. Because what do people who follow Judaism? What do they follow? The Torah, the Tanakh, and the Talmud. Right?
And the Mishnah.
Okay, but not the new, right? All right, so that's a form of religion. That's not a form.
Christianity is a form of religion.
You're damn right. I'm not disagreeing with
I
you.
just told you we're not
What
Christians.
the fuck?
What are you?
Oh, I'm tripping.
What?
We're Hebrew Israelite. I thought that was
You're not Hebrew.
Yes, we are. What does Hebrew mean?
Hebrew means to be descended from.
What does the word Hebrew mean?
It means to transverse ground.
No, Hebrew means from the past. That's what Hebrew means.
No. It means from Hagar in Hebrew. It means to cross.
He always has like 3-4 different answers. You shoot one down with the truth, he has another backup answer.
That's
like
Esau.
That's
You
Esau.
should have just said
Hey,
that.
he got that serpent's tongue.
Yeah, forked tongue.
You got that forked tongue.
You got a forked tongue.
No, I'm talking to you from his textbooks, man.
Yeah, I don't give a good goddamn about them textbooks.
You wrote the textbook.
Because you know what they're doing with that
I didn't write all
textbook?
the textbooks.
You wrote some of the textbooks, motherfucker. You know you did.
Some of your forefathers did,
A couple of them.
and a lot of your peers
Look,
did.
this is the
tell you-
thing. This is the
Go
thing.
ahead, bro.
Pan the camera on this man real quick. How do you guys feel that this man right here has written some of you guys' textbooks that you study? This is sick. This is fucking sick, man.
But the school, we gotta get an education.
But we gotta
brother.
fucking get an education, man.
And
Brother,
This
you
is where
come
your
from?
textbooks came
Vanderbilt.
from, man. This dude right here.
How would your Vanderbilt, you feel me,
Alumni.
feel about you? What would they say about you?
Sick.
You didn't pay attention to class too much, huh?
Hey.
You smoking that rock.
Man, you guys are
They use your book?
meth.
Should have been a geologist.
My professor uses my book for his class.
Your professor, the one you taught, the one that taught you, uses your book?
He was on that Walter White shit, man.
That's crazy.
Alright?
All right, let's get back to the
Man,
lesson.
this is-
We done burnt him out. Where I'm at.
And just for that cracker, niggas just walking around saying, nigger, yeah, you know. We got you, don't trip. Anybody gonna trip here? We would have beat your ass. Like
That was
you
the
said.
police.
He was fed.
He wanted us to punch the shit out of him.
Go to 2 Kings 10:22.
That motherfucker said, "Arr."
Brr.
Man, Eber. Come on, dude.
He
Eber
beat
is
you in the
or
other
Eber.
Hebrew.
Second Kings
It means
what?
transverse ground. It's a Bedouin.
No, it doesn't. It means from
Look
the
it up in
past.
Strong's.
10:22.
I'm looking it up in Strong's. What does it mean?
It's transverse.
No.
On foot.
It says one from beyond.
One from beyond.
It's not a good definition.
Now
Oh!
it's not a good definition.
You know how
'cause-
to do a word study?
Man, I'm not.
Yeah,
No
of
wonder
course,
the
I study
Jews took
words.
his money.
I deal with the etymology of
He
words.
was dumb.
We go deep in the word.
Look. Eber or Heber, the region beyond.
Semantic field.
Fucking
It's
dude.
but see, I'm not gonna play a semantic game because
No,
you gonna
no.
say tomato, I'm gonna say tomato.
No, I'm not talking about that.
We're gonna say Yahweh. We're gonna say something
You know what the
else.
semantic field is?
The semantic with the study of words. Is
Well,
that?
if you look in the dictionary, you'll see there's about 4 different definitions.
Yeah.
That's called the semantic range of the word.
Yeah, because the word does got range.
Yes, but there's only one etymology.
That's true. And the word has less range in the Hebrew language than in any other language.
The word is not based, the meaning of the word is not based fully on etymology, it's based on the semantic range. And so when
Okay, because people introduce new speak,
right.
right?
And so what you
But
have,
I like to get all the way into the etymology as opposed to into
yes,
the
but
semantics.
don't make the root fallacy.
What you mean?
That means you go by the etymology, not by the semantic range.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the true form of the word, the etymology as opposed to the semantic range.
No, the semantic range is the true form. The etymology is misleading.
How is the etymology misleading?
Because
You mean to tell me that the true form is misleading as opposed to the new form?
it's not the true form.
See, he's in the modern.
It's the etymology.
Are you in New Ages?
No.
You in the New Age philosophy? You like burning incense and doing yoga and stuff
Dude,
like
I
that?
I done looked on like 3 or 4 sites, man. It ain't nowhere where it's talking about Hebrew means to
Well,
transfer.
look at BDB, Brown Driver and Briggs.
What?
I don't think that's an accredited source.
You mean Blue
Yeah,
Letter
everybody
Bible?
uses Brown Driver.
Wait, I know everybody uses the Strong's.
Strong's is
No,
See,
you
look,
already
look,
said
look,
you already said Strong's was
yeah, but
legit.
it's outdated. It's
Oh, everything's out there. See, listen, let me tell you
have to
something.
use Hebrew.
And this is what all these people who want to come against the truth, this is what they do. They don't they'll try to discredit your facts, but everything that they got is based on either a theory or just I accept this personally. You know what I'm saying? This is it. But when somebody else publishes something contrary to that, oh, that's outdated, whatever. But when you accept it, it's something wrong. Now, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, this knowledge, that's cool.
How can I listen to you? You ain't got to roll again.
I don't listen. I don't want nobody. Hey, did they listen to John the Baptist? Why was he in the woods then? He was in the wilderness, right? He didn't even want to deal with these people.
He wasn't baptized in the Lord.
He was baptizing people, but was everybody he baptized right? What about Jesus? Were all those people listening to listen? Or were they listening to get something out of it? If we was up here giving away food, people would be listening.
It was mixed.
You said it was a mix, right?
We was up here not making you a bum no more. People will be out here just.
You're not a bum?
No, I'm a doctor.
You're a vagabond, man.
I'm a prophet. I'm a professor.
He said, I'm a doctor.
You can be a doctor. What does the word doctor mean? Let's go to the etymology of doctor.
I make money from my.
It means to falsify. Because that's what it all comes
So you
down to.
choose to live this way?
Yeah, I put my money on a green dot thing and it got fucked up. I lost my car.
You told them.
And you only
That was only $500.
Yeah, but I get $800 on Tuesday.
But let me tell you something though.
Till Thursday.
Hey, but look, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You're a doctor. You falsify. That says everything about what comes out of your mouth.
I'm a doctor.
You ain't no healer.
I heal
A healer, that's an herbalist. That's a physician. You're a doctor. You falsify. Huh? A doctor doesn't heal. A physician heals.
You know what philosophy means?
What does philosophy mean? Philo.
Philo.
Love of wisdom.
Love of wisdom. But you're not a doctor. A doctor and a philosopher is two different things.
I have a PhD.
You call yourself a doctor.
No,
What does a doctor do? He falsifies.
No, they don't.
You said, what is
You
the
have
word?
a doctor?
What does it mean? What does it mean to doctor something?
Have you ever been to a
If I
doctor?
doctor something, no, I don't go to the doctor.
No, what if it gets
Hey, I'll pray to the Most High.
Because when you got there, he's the best doctor that is.
That's right.
Ah,
That's
I
right.
don't either. Big bones, they too
Look at
big.
Jake. Jake, no, you just pray to the Most High.
Oh, yeah.
He want to tell you to go to the doctor and give you some penicillin, which is a bunch of poison.
Do you pray to El Shaddai?
I don't pray to El Shaddai.
You pray
That's
to
the
El
most
Shaddai.
high.
That's not the Most High.
Yes, I
That's-
He a recipe for discrepancy. Don't even go
El
there.
That's right.
Because
means
it's
God.
everybody.
Shaddai
That's
means
what they
most
made
high.
to do.
Shaddai does not mean Most High.
What does it mean?
It means demon.
Look
But
it
you
up.
would think
Shaddai,
that.
El Shaddai, great
Shaddai
demon-like
means
power.
mountain
Shaddai means
or
mountain.
breast.
Shaddai means mountain or breast. This guy is crazy. Look, where
Why
we
don't
at?
you just
What is that?
listen to what they trying to share. Just let them and listen.
Go,
I talk
go to
to
2
him all
Kings
the
10 and
time.
22.
Don't talk to
He's-
them. Let them do
This
their
is
He's-
2 Kings
exactly.
10 and
You're right,
22.
because God is walking in
And
it.
he said unto
That's
them,
right.
They gonna get
Salah. And he said unto him that was over the vestry,
Uh-huh.
bring forth vestments
Uh-huh.
for all the worshipers of Baal.
That's right, for all the worshipers of Baal. So everybody who worshiped Baal, the Canaanite deity, right? They had vestment. They had a certain vestment, a certain clothes that they wore. Correct? Go ahead.
We need help.
And he
Yeah.
brought them forth vestments.
That's right, the vestments. Those are them strange garments that's being spoken of in Zephaniah, the first chapter, as well as Matthew, the 22nd chapter, when Jesus Christ is speaking. What is he speaking about? He said, when you come to this marriage, you better have your proper garment on. But a lot of these people, they still got the vestments of Baal on. So you can tell them apart by their vestment. Is that talking about a physical vestment? No, it's metaphorical.
That's like a sermon.
All right, then that's what we doing. That's what we doing. You don't want to hear it, that's fine. We gonna keep doing it. But again, they got on the vestments of Baal. Now the vestments of Baal.
I'm confused. I'm a teacher. Be
God,
clear,
he
y'all.
said, God bless.
Be clear. Can you put it in layman
Huh?
terms?
That's not his name, but okay.
Come on, I'm here, y'all. I'm a woman. I'm here. They not recipe
He's
for
in
discrepancy.
he smokes weed and is in the
Look, they
Rastafari.
arrest.
You like Rastafari?
Look, they trying to pull y'all in
Right, yeah,
bullshit.
see, he's in the
They
Rastafari.
trying to pull y'all in bullshit.
Yeah, you right,
to
sis.
get
You
off.
right, sis.
I need to hear this
Thank
because
you.
I don't understand some stuff.
Listen, what we believe, let me ask you something.
Just let them do
Is
it.
your daddy
Ooh,
black?
They are arrested. They need our help.
No, what is your daddy? Mexican? Okay, what's your mom? White and black? Okay, I knew you were part black. But Mexican, that
You
much.
lying so
Okay.
much. You
Let me
ain't.
ask you
You
something.
lying. Stop lying. That's what's messing you up.
Let me tell you
They
something.
need our help.
Are you high right now?
It don't matter how he in the wrong
We
area.
ain't dealing with you, man.
Yeah, you
Come
right.
back. You come back when you
gotta
do
come back.
something.
So I can't even deal. He's moving way too slow.
He said, yeah.
He's moving way too slow. Now where we at? 10 and 22. Now the vestments. Now the people who are the priests of Baal, the worshipers of Baal, they got a certain kind of vestment on. All right. Now that's transferred into because in today's time you don't wear a certain type of vest. Everybody got the same clothes on. So in today's time it's that spiritual vestment or garment that Yahushua spoke of in Matthew the 22nd chapter. Now the people who worship Baal, again, they got a certain type of garment on. So when the time comes to be bidden to the marriage, we're gonna be able to identify that. Those of us who got that clean garment on, Lord, when we be those men. Now, give me go to Joshua 7 and 20. We read 20 to 21 because the whole thing is this garment and that whole parable which the Lord spoke in Matthew the 22nd chapter is a deep parable that's written in mystery all throughout the scripture, and it's alluded to in the form of these garments. All right, you got to have your right garments on for this marriage, man. All right, which is a spiritual garment, not an actual physical garment. All right, now Joshua right after Numbers. No, right after Deuteronomy. You can say it all you want. That's fine. Listen, I think you're corny.
You're very corny, dude.
You do. Hey, she do. Sister right here do. I'll tell you that.
Listen, your flip-flops is corny.
Your whole thought process is corny.
Definitely.
Go to 20 and 21, brother.
You said what?
Do not let any unwholesome word
To my brethren. You're not my brethren.
No, to anybody.
No,
It
to your
doesn't say that.
brother.
It says to my brethren.
Who is my mother? Who is my brother?
They were Gentile Christians.
Who my mother? Who
Now
my
you know what?
brother?
Hey, let's not even go. Let's not even go. He's burnt. He's juiced out.
Yeah.
This
Let's
is
get
Joshua
you
7 and 20. And Achan answered Joshua and said,
What did he say? Go ahead.
I indeed have sinned against the Lord God of Israel.
Now, how did he sin against the Lord God of Israel? Go ahead.
And thus have I done.
What did he do? Go ahead.
When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment,
A Babylonish garment, right? Go ahead.
a 200 shekels of silver,
Uh-huh.
and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight,
That's right.
then I coveted them
That's right.
and took them.
Exactly, and that's what some of our people are doing. Who's supposed to be getting bidden to this marriage? They're lusting and coveting after these Babylonian garments. Now, it's not an actual Babylonish garment in this time. What is it? It's the ways of Babylon, the doctrine of Babylon, the philosophy of Babylon, that everybody can be accepted. That's a Babylonian doctrine. Going back to the Tower of Babel, going back to everybody being united, and God hates that. All right?
Yahweh.
So, that's it on 21. Oh, go ahead.
And behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it.
Okay, now go to Ezekiel 16, and I want you to go to verse 15 to 18.
You know what you're doing? You're proof text.
Yeah, I'm precept upon precept, line upon line.
That's an invalid method of interpretation.
That's not how is that? But that's how the Bible tells you to interpret it.
Don't throw your swine before this pearl before this swine.
Go to 16
You ain't gonna get it.
to 18.
This is Ezekiel 16 and 15.
That's right.
But thou didst trust in thy own beauty,
Uh-huh.
and playedest the harlot because of thy renown.
And that's what our people do. They trusted in our own beauty. All right? And they play the harlot. How do they play the harlot? Does that mean everybody's just going around fucking every goddamn body? No. That's a spiritual form of harlotry. Just like it's these spiritual garments that's being talked about. All right? We're supposed to have on the glorious garments. Hold on. Go ahead.
And pouredest out the fornications on everyone that passed
That's
by.
right. Poured out that fornication on everyone. So all our people went into that spiritual fornication, worshiping these other gods. Go ahead.
Salak,
Yes, it was.
Salak, real quick, and that's what they do. That's like, you know, it's a spiritual thing. That's what they're doing now, man. You got all our people, you know, telling us go to school, get a good education.
That's
get
that
you a good
Babylonian
job.
garment.
Exactly. You put on that Babylonian garment. They're encouraging everybody to do that. Go ahead.
And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thy high places with divers colors.
Exactly. We took and decked this our garment. This is a metaphor now. It's talking about taking and decading our garments, making them decadent. Go ahead.
Salak, and you got that new TV show coming out, The Preachers of L.A.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
You know, they got that, you know, Babylonian garment on, decking our high places, which we would, you know, call our churches.
That's right.
And things like that. You know, got these big ass mega
Groves.
churches,
The
groves,
groves,
and
yeah.
things like that. You know, they decking it out and making it something appealing. That's where we go and we partake in that and take on those ways.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And playedest the harlot thereupon. The like thing
And
shall
played
not
the
come.
harlot upon that, right? Now go ahead.
The like thing shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I have given thee.
That's right. We took everything the Lord, which is this knowledge and this wisdom in all actuality. That's the fair gold and jewels and silver that the Lord has given us. But we've taken them, and what have we done with it? Go ahead.
And made us to thyself images of men.
And made it to thyself image. We took all this knowledge and we threw it away and started worshiping these false idols, man. Us, our people, the Israelites. Go ahead.
And didst commit whoredom with them.
And didst commit that whoredom, right? Go ahead.
And tookest thy broidered garments, and coveredest them, and thou hast set mine.
Took it our real knowledge, our real customs, our real heritage, and covered them. All right? And put on that Babylonian garment, that vestry of Baal, right? Go ahead.
And thou hast set my oil and my incense before them.
That oil, right? What does that oil represent, brother? Being having that anointment, all right? That wisdom, like this brother said, letting you know what that garment, what it's all dealing with, what it all ties into. Now give me Job 24:7. What's your question? What is my purpose? To wake up my people and to condemn our enemies.
I got it.
Why?
Why? Because, hey, the Lord told us to do it.
Lord, Yahweh told you to do
Who you would call Yahweh told us to do it, yeah. You don't think so? Well, read.
It's Isaiah
it? I have it.
Hold that. No, this brother gonna read.
chapter
We gonna
58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a
This
trumpet,
is Isaiah, right? Go ahead.
and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
That's what we're doing.
That's historical.
And we're doing it now. You mean to tell me Isaiah had to do it, but now the children of Jacob are sinning and nobody going to do anything about it?
Children of Jacob. You mean the Israelites?
Yeah,
Israel?
the Israelites
I
are
don't
not in Israel.
I don't already told you.
Are not in Israel.
No. First off, biblical prophecy says that when the Israelites return to Israel, that everybody will be their slave. Is that happening?
You believe in biblical prophecy?
That's right. It only came to pass.
Wait, Salah.
Has it?
Salah, you believe in biblical prophecy by sitting there not biblical prophecy, but you believe in the Bible by sitting there trying to call them people Jews
No, I
or
don't
Israel.
believe in the Bible.
You believe in something.
You don't believe
That's
in biblical
bullshit.
prophecy? Why is the transatlantic slave trade in biblical prophecy? Why is black women having trouble growing their hair on their head in biblical prophecy? That's Isaiah 3rd chapter. Why is the RFID chip, which President Obama plans to implement,
That was written long ago for the people of Israel.
That's the whole point
and it's biblical prophecy?
Prophecy.
Okay, let me ask you something. You mean to tell me it's a coincidence that everything that's going on now is already been written about in the Bible? That's a coincidence?
No, it's not going on.
It's not? All right.
You're
Well, let's
trying
see.
to-
Give me Job 24:7. This is going on.
This is Job 24:7.
That's right.
They caused the naked to lodge without clothing.
Cause the naked to lodge without clothing. Now, we already been going into what this clothing is dealing with. This clothing is dealing with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of who we are. Who caused the naked to dwell without clothing? You caused the naked to dwell without clothing.
You're engaging in allegorical
You,
interpretation.
because it is a Bible. Is the Bible not allegorical? This entire book of Job is allegorical. The book of Job is an allegory.
No, it isn't.
Yes, Job represents Israel.
You don't even believe in the Bible, so what are you talking, man?
I
done
study the
talking.
Bible, like any other book.
They caused the naked to lodge without clothing.
They caused the naked to lodge without clothing. You, the so-called white man, caused the naked to lodge without clothing.
That they have no covering in the cold.
Listen, the Bible says there's no new thing under the sun. So whether you think you were back then or not, you're here today doing the same thing your foreparents was doing back
Because
then.
the Bible says it doesn't mean
Oh, well, it is the truth. Because there ain't nothing new. This is the same fucking movie.
So back then you were sitting there spitting some bullshit to our
Oh,
people.
sorry.
You feel me? You're still doing it now.
Exactly. And you caused the naked to dwell without. How did you do that? You French, right? How did the French do that? You know what you did? You took me and my family out of West Africa. You brought us over to the islands of the Caribbean. You put us in slavery. You gave us your last name. You gave us your Roman Catholicism. Okay? That's how you caused the naked to dwell without covering. That's what that's dealing with. All right? You goddamn right, we're racist. When we hate the so-called white
Or
man.
you not?
Ask them what racist mean. I want to
does
know
it mean?
What does racist mean?
You think superior, one race is superior,
That's-
another race
So
is
wait,
Damn right.
does not the Bible say that Israel is more superior than the rest of the nations?
So what?
All right, so that's what we believe in the Bible. So yeah, God's racist.
Why do you believe shit? Why don't you be rational?
That is
We are
rational.
rational. I'm
Hey,
rational.
let me ask you this. Name one area of America where a white man is better than a black man. One category. That means I'm superior to you. I think way better than you. Cause look. I can match your intellect with very less, as you would say, education than you have. Yes, I can.
We've been doing it.
We've been doing it for the past few weeks.
You know any Hebrew?
Yes, I know Hebrew. We just showed you Hebrew earlier today.
Alright, say, besides Genesis 1.
First of all, we just showed you Hebrew earlier today.
No,
That's
go ahead.
first of all. What is that gonna do? I'm gonna recite it, and then you're gonna say, well,
Listen.
say this,
Hey, look,
and then
brother.
say this.
Hey, look. There's 3 things, 2 of which you possess none of.
That's right.
That's key to knowing anything: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You got plenty of knowledge, but you ain't got no wisdom and understanding, so you ain't gonna get nowhere.
And that is their mate. That's why we come in.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh.
Why look, we don't know this. We don't know this lady from Campaign.
The
And-
guys
and-
are walking and talking.
That's right. Like I said, we don't know this lady from Campaign. Didn't she just come up and say the same thing we just said?
Why you think
We
She
are
said-
better
she
than
said
you.
we are
Okay.
better than you. That's right.
And
We
now
are.
no,
We are better than
no,
you.
no,
We just
not.
don't know why.
No, stop.
Well,
right.
we do know why.
That's
we do know
where
why.
I come in.
We do know why.
Come in, baby,
but we're
don't-
just better than
let's
you.
get some
All right.
knowledge.
That's
Well,
just
no.
how it is.
Listen.
That's something you have to grasp. All right.
You see what he
That's
does?
something you have to come to
No,
grips
no,
with.
look, stop. No, listen.
People like that.
Listen,
No,
listen,
don't.
you
We're
gotta
not
understand
arresting
this.
people for discrepancy. See, now you like him.
Listen,
You're
no.
not-
we
Wait,
discriminate.
listen for a
We
minute.
discriminate.
discriminate.
We definitely discriminate.
No,
we
then
do.
y'all wrong. Then we
Well,
don't
hey,
know.
wait,
We
wait,
are.
sis, no.
Let me
No,
say
no.
something.
Okay,
Go ahead, go
okay,
ahead.
Let me. This
Go ahead.
is.
Suffer her
The
first.
youth.
Okay.
That's why I come in youth and age. Meaning, God, we are to save everybody. That's why we're on the floor.
Nah, man, we can't save
Wait,
everybody.
listen, we are the God. The more we come together, see how strong you are. You sitting, you doing something out of you. The thing comes understanding, meaning because him, don't draw him in. See the teaching that I'm waiting for y'all draw them. That's their mate. That's where it come in history. Discrimination came first. That's what we were taught. That's what they taught us. But it's all different. It means we are the chosen because
Wait.
this.
You believe in the Bible?
Oh my goodness, baby.
I'm asking.
I believe in the spirit, me. I take that. I believe in me, the spirit. I know those are things that happen so they won't happen again. You
All right.
are here to
So
change.
you believe in Jesus, though, right?
I believe in. It ain't a point about what I
well,
believe.
well, the point reason I asked
Oh,
is
see what I
let's
mean?
see if Jesus was discriminating.
I'm baby. Look, I'm gonna let you keep that because
All right,
you
well,
not.
all
You
right, well,
arguing
well,
with your
okay.
own sister.
Well, listen.
No, but sis,
no,
because
no,
I'm
no,
trying
no.
to get you.
I know it, and I'm trying. Oh, you trying to get me on here?
Yeah, we trying to get you to
Already?
understand.
I already understand y'all.
What
I
that
want
mean?
y'all to go and get
Don't
your
it?
message out.
Wait, that's what we doing, sis.
But you can't, because the understanding they're made to stop.
Oh no, he ain't gonna understand. That's what we
Right,
understand.
so
that.
stop arguing.
That's why we on the camera,
Yes.
so the brothers that's watching can get that
it's-
understanding.
Why you there?
Straight in the edification.
Right, you
All
understand.
things done unto edification.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only reason why we even deal with this dude.
Oh, I love it.
That's the only reason why we deal with this
Where we
dude.
at? Where we
Now,
at?
don't let them stop
I got
y'all.
it.
That's
I just
important.
finished.
And baby, I'm
Read-
never
read.
arguing why young black men are so but you gotta have all the information.
Oh, he just.
Yeah. You go to Isaiah 52.
God dangerous. We're dangerous.
And that's right. We dangerous. That's true. They don't want this. That's why he want to
that's
stop
been
it.
on long.
But
Because
he
we
ain't
too
the one.
dangerous. Yeah.
It's them ones, the Republicans might need y'all to get up there.
Yeah,
the
that's
real motherfuckers.
That's right.
God
52. Read 1, and then I'll read you the. Yeah, just read 52 and 1.
This is Isaiah 52 and 1. Awake! Awake! Put on thy strength, O
Put
Zion!
on thy strength. What is our strength? Our knowledge, our wisdom, our understanding. That is the strength that is telling us to put on. Right? Go ahead.
Put on thy beautiful garment.
That's our beautiful garment, our knowledge, our wisdom, our understanding.
Oh, okay.
Knowing who we are. Right? Go ahead.
Yes.
O Jerusalem, the holy city.
I'm here to bring him up. See, I'm
For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the
Wait,
unclean.
it said no more shall come into us the uncircumcised and unclean. Who are the
Okay.
uncircumcised and unclean?
Okay,
So-called white
Starting
man.
with this man, but all the other
Hey,
nations.
let's start with it.
all
Going
of
down
they
to the
don't
other
know it.
nations.
They don't know it.
That's right. They the uncircumcised and unclean. How did they come into us? When they took us, they grabbed us, they brought us over here, they put us in slavery.
Right, they told
That's
us
how they
we're
did it.
supposed to be.
And they get and they
You
and they
hold
try
the
to
Bible,
and they
but
try to
that ain't
socially
the one.
engineer us.
You holding the book, the Latin, it's really the
Go to
You better not say no goddamn Quran. What you
Go
gonna
to
say the Quran?
The thing is, all of them matter.
All right.
Those are not books to believe. That's just saying it happened in history.
All right.
For when the change comes, you need to add your flavor to it.
Hey,
God
the scripture
don't
say,
like the same.
can two men walk together though they be not agreed? No. So
No,
we
you
don't agree on
fight.
that.
No, you say you.
59 and
We don't
17.
agree.
God gonna do
This is Isaiah 59 and 17.
That's right.
For he put on righteousness as a breastplate.
Righteousness. It Again, that's our knowledge, our wisdom, our understanding, our righteousness. Put on as a breastplate because it defends us against these devils out here. Go ahead.
And a helmet of salvation upon his head.
That's right. Go ahead.
And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing.
Oh, that's right. And vengeance comes with these knowledge, and wisdom, understanding. Vengeance on who? Who can we possibly want to get vengeance on? Can you tell me?
So-called white man.
Oh, man. Go ahead. That's it on 17? Okay, go ahead.
And was clad with zeal as a cloak.
Wait, explain it. What
Yeah,
it say?
vengeance is the Lord. Now, who
No,
are...
don't argue explain that. He said it was vision with a cloak. Something
That's
you
right.
just read.
Read that part again.
And for he put righteousness as a breastplate.
That's right.
And a helmet of salvation upon his head.
That's right.
And he put on the garment of vengeance for clothing. And was clad with zeal as a cloak.
Glad with zeal. That zeal. That's why we out here like this. This is our zeal. This is our cloak. Along with the righteousness and the salvation and whatnot. Go ahead.
I got a precept, man. The Lord just said he will lay his vengeance, all right? And this brother just said that vengeance is the Lord.
Vengeance is the Lord.
And you're right, vengeance is the Lord. Again, guess what? According to Ezekiel, the 25th chapter. Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
So how will the Lord get his vengeance? He's going to use us to get his vengeance. He ain't finna come down off his throne and get the vengeance. He going to use us to do it.
If you don't do
Am I lawless? No, I live by the law.
The Mosaic law.
Yeah, that's right. This 613.
Fuck the United States law.
This law is not law. It's penal code. It's
Hey,
penal
that's
code.
right. It's nothing but statutes and codes.
It's
not law.
UCC, Universal Commercial Code. It ain't nothing but that, man. That's
Romans 13 that the Lord established the government.
see those with
It
That's
is
not this government.
That's
That
not
ain't
this
dealing
government,
with this
man.
government.
You want to know who runs the government? You.
You run the
they
government.
don't
And
know
your
how to
fathers,
stop.
because we know your fathers.
Hey,
They don't
you
know
know,
how to stop.
you know what government, you know what your government tells us? That we're 5/8 of a man. That's what
That's
this
right.
government
We're
tells us.
monkeys.
So fuck this
First of
law.
all, how you
civilized.
gonna quote the Bible? Your government says that it's okay for a man to
They
pop another man in his
tweak all the
ass.
Bible. They rewrote them and tweak.
You're Canadian.
And then you said, wait, hold on. Then you said an evolution earlier. So now,
22.
When your
if
birthday?
if all the monkeys
Halloween.
came from
I don't do
a
that.
little cell, and then
I
they
don't
turned
deal
into
with
No,
that,
they
though.
need,
And
you
they
ain't
turn
got
into
to. I
people.
deal with it.
And
It's,
what the fuck?
it's
Why did all
not
the
a
rest of the
belief,
monkeys
it's a
turn into
mate.
people? If it
You
was
are the
evolution.
word. You're a school. Ooh!
Natural selection.
Hold on, but that's a theory.
It's all theory.
Okay, it's all. Hey,
So
now he admits it. Now, what does the word theory go back to?
Yeah, they
What's
had
the
an
root word of
answer.
theory?
They know.
Theorem is Latin.
Okay, going back to the word what? Theo, meaning what?
No, it's not related to that.
Oh, now it's not.
Word is theory.
Theory.
It's not related to theos.
Oh, it's not related to
You
theos.
don't stop
Not related to
y'all.
God.
Them words hurt. They like knives.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the Bible says. That what get Isaiah 5. Get Isaiah 5. But it's all theory, right? So you take the theories that you subscribe to, and we subscribe to certain theories.
Inductive research can only begin probability.
Probability. We dealing with the
Our
probability of the Bible.
probability is greater than your probability.
Because you don't believe.
Says logic and world views.
You never go to school.
It doesn't matter. I don't gotta go
You said I had to go to
school.
school? Why?
You're not educated.
Why?
What does the word educate mean?
Thank you.
What does the word educate mean?
Woo!
What does it go back to in the Latin? Please tell
I don't
me.
know shit.
Educate meaning what? To bring out from within. So if you don't already have it, you cannot be educated. So if it's not, yes, it is. And if it's not already in you, then it cannot be drawn out of you. Hence why the Lord gave the law to Moses. Because Moses, what does that mean in the Hebrew? It means drawn out.
That's right.
So who was it? Who was the law drawn out of? Moses.
That's
The man
right.
with the law.
No,
That's the most educated man other than Yahweh Shai, man.
Moses is drawn out of the water.
Exactly. He was drawn out of the water, but it was symbolic.
What was the water? What's the
I
water?
want to know
What
why
is
you
the water?
care so much if you don't
What
believe.
is the water? That's how deep the scripture is too deep, man. It's too deep
It's
for a
cutting
carnal
this
man
dude.
like you to understand,
I'm
man.
cutting this dude up, man, right now.
You're practicing an invalid form of interpretation.
No, I'm not. According to what you got, brother. Go ahead, brother.
This is Romans 3:3.
We're going to get there. Go
But
ahead.
what if some did not believe?
So what if you don't believe? Go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
So just because you don't believe, does that mean that what we're saying means nothing? Go ahead.
God forbid.
Oh, God forbid. What's the word there in the Greek for God?
Ume.
Theos.
No,
It's not theos. What is it then? It's ume.
it's not. Ume means made, not be.
Okay, so I'm talking about the word for God.
God is theos.
Right? Okay, so theos. The theory. I don't go back to now. I don't go back to theory, even though it's the same goddamn word.
Look it up.
On that Edom Online.
Edom Online, exactly.
It's a great website. We like to get into the etymology
The
of things.
original.
You said Isaiah 5 and what?
Isaiah 5, get that about the
water.
the words.
The words?
The word of the Lord, like a
Lexicon
son.
studies.
Oh, okay.
Lexico study.
You need to look up each usage.
Yeah, the
of
lexicon.
word. Each usage
That's
of
why I
the
said
word
he said
and
lexicon.
list
Yeah.
and develop a semantic field of range to study.
It's not all. It's about etymology more than semantic field
No,
of
it's
range.
not.
Yes, it is.
That's
Especially when you're dealing with the Hebrew
That's
language,
called
which is a
the-
painfully simple
no,
language.
that's called the root fallacy.
Okay, it's a fallacy. What's foul about it?
Because words are based on usage, not on etymology.
Okay, but etymology is more key to the usage. If you're properly using a word,
No, that's wrong.
you mean to tell me if I start calling water solid, that makes water solid because I'm using it in that way? That's the logic of your thinking right now. See, this so-called white man is illogical. Go ahead, brother.
I'm not even sure what you're doing.
Illogical.
The one you always pull.
Illiterate.
In Isaiah 5?
I think so.
Everything that you can think.
What is it?
ill.
Wait, what does it say?
My
These
words being our
motherfuckers
mouth fired.
Oh, okay.
hot.
No.
Lighten your ass up.
14.
Oh yeah, go ahead, brother.
14 and 5. It's a lot.
It's all right. We're gonna get it together. Esau getting. You gonna come out here every week? No? You ain't
doing
got shit to do? I just want to know if I'm gonna just be seeing you. I don't care. You can come. I don't give a damn. It's all right.
I do think.
You do think? I mean, hey, if you gonna come, listen. You
Hey,
welcome
man.
to come.
Hey, man, you gonna put that pipe on hold, man. All right?
Yeah. What things are you doing?
Hype on.
I know about you.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire.
Fire.
And
That's
this-
what our words are. Go ahead.
And this people wood,
Woo.
and it shall devour them.
Woo. You getting heated up, man.
Getting slaughtered by the
That's what's happening,
scriptures.
man. Hey, man, you know where you in right now? You in purgatory, man. You're
right.
dead. You don't even know it, man. You ain't even know it,
Look
man.
at this man, he dead. No need know it. Hey! Sick.
Hey, all right.
You're arrogant.
Where we at?
Pretty arrogant.
Hey, man, because we bold in
God
our zeal.
resists the proud.
Hey, now we
Nah.
being proud against the proud. You proud
You proud.
because you won't entertain nothing we talking about. That's pride.
I'm listening to you.
You listening, but you dismiss it though.
No, I disagree.
The scripture said we could. The scripture said we could boast in this truth
We both. Our boasts are of the Lord,
of the Lord. That's right.
not boasting of ourselves. We ain't
Thank you.
talking about our
Hey,
own greatness.
You mean
It's
Jesus?
a lie. So like you boast of yourself, you
Jesus
boast of
said
your
that,
own
the
knowledge.
Father.
I clearly tell you all the time, I'm coming out of the scriptures. All right, I don't care about that bullshit you talking about or the books you wrote. All right, you boasting in yourself. All right.
Yeah, because you're talking about your books and your
That's
studies. You're proud.
Talking
You the
about
proud.
the intellectual
So,
tradition.
so you said it. The Lord resists the proud, so
Tradition?
He's resisting you.
Intellectual tradition. Don't the scripture say, "Learn not man's tradition"?
That's right. The traditions of men.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't
So
get.
why do you
See,
keep
but we
quoting it?
do.
I'm not a fideist.
So why do you keep quoting it?
Because I'm a Bible scholar.
Why did you take a biblical scholar, be a biblical scholar if you don't believe in
And
the Bible?
you don't care shit about it.
Because I wanted to teach the most popular.
No, that was
But
the
if you
guess what?
have
That
no
was the
faith
easy.
in it,
See,
that
no.
makes no sense.
He wanted to teach the most popular book. So it's about being popular. Were you well received? Were you well received in your youth?
In your
You
youth.
had a lot of friends.
Did you get plenty of pussy?
Yeah.
Fair amount. That means no. You got hit on by a lot of facts, though,
Hey,
huh?
this nigga's crazy. Fair amount. This motherfucker kills me right here.
Fair amount. It
Where
wasn't,
we
your,
at?
it wasn't your mother, right?
What's that?
It wasn't your mother or your sister, right? All right, just making sure.
Just wanna be- I know some
Right.
white people into some weird stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you know, they like to have
Well,
sex with their first cousins and shit. I watched
Right.
Going with the Wind.
Nah,
That's-
that's,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
that's all right though, brother. Let's not put that out. That's
Put it in
lawful.
scriptures.
That's lawful. But
well, shit.
your sister.
He does auntie
About
shit.
Zechariah 3:3.
Read the 5.
Now Joshua was clothed with filthy
Okay,
garments
this is talking about the high priest Joshua. He was clothed with filthy garments, right? Go ahead.
and stood before the angel.
Uh-huh.
And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying,
Uh-huh.
Take away the filthy garments from him.
That's right.
And he said,
So
and
the angel took away the filthy garment. He had filthy garments. Now, of course, those filthy garments are dealing with something, again, metaphorical, because he ain't just putting it, I'm just going to change your clothes real quick for you,
Yeah.
Josh. Make sure you're all right. No, that's not what was going on here. It's talking about a metaphor. It's talking about an allegory, all right, of his filthy garments. What was he doing? He might have been doing who knows what.
No, you're pursuing
Go
an
ahead.
allegorical.
he answered and
That's
spake
that's-
unto those.
That's allegory. How is this not an allegory? You mean to tell me an angel came down and changed this man's clothes?
It's a prophecy.
Okay, exactly. It is a prophecy. And we're allegorically interpreting the prophecy.
But that's illegitimate.
It's not illegitimate. I'm not saying who this is.
You need to learn how
All right,
to
now
read
go
the
ahead.
Bible.
And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him,
Uh-huh.
saying, Take away the filthy garments from him.
Take away them filthy garments, right? Go ahead.
And unto him he said, Behold, I have caused thine iniquity to pass from thee.
That's right. He forgave him of his iniquity from wearing those filthy garments. Whatever those metaphysical filthy garments were. We'll find out. Right? Go ahead.
And I will clothe thee with change of raiment.
With that change, with that beautiful garment, that glorious garment, with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of truth. All right, go ahead.
And I said, Let them set a fair mitre upon his head. So they set a fair mitre upon his head. Dimitri. Salat.
Dimitri on his head, just like this, right? Go ahead.
And clothed him with garments.
The garments, right?
And the angel of the Lord stood by.
This is, yeah. And the angel of the Lord stood by. Meaning he was forgiven of his sin. He was renewed. He was brought back into the truth. Now, some people believe that to be a certain individual, but we'll see, you know. Yeah, okay. But the whole point of that is he had on filthy garments, but he put on them clean garments, right? Them righteous garments, that true knowledge. He was going off, but the Lord brought him back in, right?
Right. I walk around the car.
They scared. Issachar scared, man.
That's right.
Because we the Caesar slayers, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Now give me Ecclesiastes 9 and 8. He had on them filthy garments. You got to keep them garments white. See, that's why the so-called white man called himself white. Because he's not actually white. There's nothing white about the white man. He's red, all right? But the fact of the matter is he calls himself white and he calls us black for a purpose. What is that purpose? It's to subliminally play a game. Because white is synonymous with purity, and black and darkness is synonymous with wickedness, with filthiness. So that's why they put these proverbs and these bywords upon us, to play a subliminal game. Now read. Ecclesiastes 9 and 8.
This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 8.
That's right.
Let thy garment be always white.
Let that garment be always white. Let that garment be always pure. Walk in the ways of the Lord. Keep this knowledge, this wisdom, and this understanding in you at all times. Right, go ahead.
And let thy head lack no ointment.
And let thy head lack no ointment, meaning be anointed, man. Be anointed at all times, man. Stay on that straight gate, man. The right path.
That's right.
All right? Now give me Ezekiel, go back to Ezekiel 16. And I want you to read 9 to 14. Because that garment and that whiteness and that purity is all synonymous with this knowledge, this wisdom, and understanding, and walking the righteous path. All right, now go ahead.
Ezekiel
16, read 9 to 14.
This is Ezekiel 16, verse 9. Then washed I thee with water.
All right, so the Most High, this is talking about Israel and its nativity. He said, then I washed thee with water. He baptized us in that time, man, as a nation. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee.
And again, this is figurative, all right? This is talking about at our nativity, meaning when we were born. When you're born, when you come out of your mother's womb, you're bloody. The Lord said he washed us, right? Go ahead.
And I anointed thee with oil.
He anointed, that's that oil. What did he give us? He gave us that wisdom through Moses, right? Go ahead.
I clothed thee also with broidered work.
That's right. This is the law that is dealing with. This is that wisdom. This is that ointment. This is that broidered work, right? Go ahead.
And shod thee with badger skin. And I girded thee about with fine linen.
That's right. He gave us them glorious garments. What did he give us? The law. All right, go ahead.
And I covered thee with silk.
That's right.
I decked thee also with ornaments. And I put bracelets upon thy hands.
He made us look good, figuratively. Then later, especially during the time of Solomon, that was an actual, we was looking like that, man. You see, go ahead.
And a chain on thy neck.
Uh-huh.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead.
That's right, that jewel on their forehead, like Aaron had on his forehead, in his mitre, that jewel of the high priest. All right? Go ahead.
And earrings in thine ears.
This is all the things that he figuratively did. He's making an allegory of what he actually did to the priests. All right? Because the priest did what? Ministered the law. But he did that to the whole nation by giving us the law. You see what I'm saying? That's that garment. All right, go ahead.
And a beautiful crown upon thy head.
Beautiful crown upon her head. Right, go ahead.
Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver.
That's right.
And thy raiment was of fine linen and silk.
Our raiment.
Raiment, Salah. Raiment was of fine linen and silk.
That's right, go ahead.
And broidered work. Thou didst
in the land of the milk and honey. Living good, living right, right? Go ahead.
And thou wast exceeding beautiful.
Exceeding beautiful. This is going into now the time of Solomon, right? Go ahead.
And thou didst prosper into a kingdom.
Into a kingdom, time of Solomon. Starting with David, but it was really a prosperous kingdom during the time of Solomon, moreover than anybody else, because that's when we were dwelling, all 12 tribes together, and in total unity, and we wasn't worried about having to fight any wars. Right now, go ahead.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty.
That's Solomon. That's how you know it's talking about Solomon. Thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. That's why people from all over the world was coming to get a dose of Solomon's game. Now go ahead.
For it was perfect through my comeliness, which I have put upon thee,
That's
saith
right.
the Lord God.
And Solomon was the physical embodiment of that, right? Because he was comely. He was the comeliest, right? Hey, Solomon 1:5, I am black but comely, right? Go ahead. That was it? All right. Give me Salah. Give me Baruch. Baruch, hold well, don't hold that. Go to Baruch, go to the Apocrypha. Baruch 4:1-2 to prove that this original garments that we got decked out with is speaking about the law. All right? And I want you to pay close attention to something. First I'm gonna have a brother read it. Then I'm gonna go into word usage. 4:1-2.
This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that were kept, it shall come to life.
It shall come to life, right? Go ahead.
But such as liveth shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Shut the fuck up.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof,
And of the light thereof, right? Go ahead.
that thou mayest be illuminated.
That's right. In the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Now we read in Ecclesiastes 9:8. It said that white garments, right? Now the white and the light and being illuminated are all synonymous with one another. So when it says that the law is light and it illuminates, that's the same thing as it's saying, talking about them pure white garments. It's the same thing, right? Just a different allegory on it. That proves that the law is what is being spoken about in Ezekiel 16 when it says that we was given this law as our glorious garment. That was our glorious garment. Because as long as we followed the law, especially laws on not following these other false gods, we were going to be, the Most High wasn't going to jack us out. And he was going to have us ruling just like in the time of Solomon. All right? Give me
Red got up the street.
He's not getting through. What he's trying to do is teach a class, man. And not realizing the Lord.
We not the kids that's gonna sit there and listen to.
Listen and eat up all your bullshit. Now go to Revelations 3 and 4.
This is Revelations 3 and 4.
That's right.
Thou hast Salah. Thou hast a few names even in Sardis, which have not defiled the garment.
Which have not defiled the garment, which have not went off, which they stayed in the faith. They fought, contended for the gospel unto this point in time when it came to be delivered. That's what it means by that kept their garment, right? Go ahead.
And they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy.
Walk with you in white, meaning in purity, in that light. Being illuminated, being enlightened, having the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scripture. That's what that's dealing with. Now go to chapter 16, verse 15 in Revelation.
This is Revelation 16 and 15. Right. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment.
Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment. Does that mean blessed is he that watcheth and wait and make sure his clothes is clean? No. Blessed is he that stays in his knowledge. Blessed is he that stays in the truth. That's right. That's who he's talking about right here, man. And that's who's speaking right? That's Yahushua talking. That's Yahushua himself speaking.
Lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
Lest he walk naked, because when you naked, you in shame. In slavery, we was naked. That's when it talks about they caused us to be naked. They caused us to dwell without clothing. They beat who we were out of us. Alluding back to Job 24:7. They beat who we were out of us. So that's when we was in shame. That's when we was naked. But all these jakes that are out here walking, Salak, brother. All these jakes that are around here walking around are in shame. They are naked right now because they don't got the truth. Right? Now go to Genesis 2:25. We're going to get into that. Let's go all the way back. See, like what we said, the scriptures are all systematically tied together, man. You see what I'm saying? It's a beautiful puzzle, and when you put it together, all the pieces go together perfect. We going from Revelations to we precept Revelations with Genesis, from the beginning to the end, man. You gonna say something, bro?
I was just gonna say, put a Jake in a room, full of people with some money. I ain't gonna say just, so-called white man, because who wouldn't be fucking uncomfortable in a room full of white people? But put them in a room, people with some money, man, and they feel like shame, They can't even carry themselves in a proper manner, because they just feel so low of themselves.
Right.
I was in Vegas this past weekend, man, and we went to dinner, and it was it's called Samba. It's a Brazilian spot. It's all you can eat meat. So it's like $44 per person.
Damn.
You got Jake, but I'm saying, but you got Jake. He like, man, y'all big ballin', y'all like $44.
$44.
$44? Come on, man. Like, it's meals out here, $150 just by itself. Not even, like I said, it's all you can eat meat. It's going to be kind of costly, And it's, in Vegas, so it's going to be, souped up at least by, times
And
five.
it's Brazilian, so it's some special cuisine.
Some special meats, But it's just like, Jake feel real low about themselves, man. They just are completely ashamed. Everything has got to be thrifty this, bargain this, and, this, that, and the rest. Jake don't even see himself, and, or put himself in a ruler's mentality.
That's right. Because he's a homeborn slave. That's how you act.
That's right.
But you got that in Genesis? Read that, brother.
This is Genesis 2:25. And they were both naked, the man and his wife.
They was both naked. Why was they naked? Because they was ashamed, right? Because they did something they weren't supposed to do. They ain't know no better. That's that knowledge. Go ahead.
And were not ashamed.
Well, they weren't ashamed yet because they didn't realize they was naked yet. Because you don't know you're naked until somebody tell you your ass is naked. All these niggas out here, they're not ashamed. They're walking in their nakedness, but they have no idea. Then when we break the scriptures down to certain of the niggas who are on any type of level to understand, not even to fully come into this thing, but to understand it, they're like, shit, I'm naked right now. I'm ashamed. I should have known. Why didn't I know this? Now go to skip to the 3rd chapter, get the 7th verse to the 12th verse. Because you don't know you're naked till the motherfucker tell you your ass is naked.
This is
like
Genesis.
When we first came into the truth, when I seen that first video, I'm like, I should have fucking knew this already.
And you shameful for it.
Hey, it's true, man. I was just telling somebody earlier this. When I first seen Elder Tahar and the rest of the elders, really just going at it, I was like, man, they're getting on me like.
They're talking to me directly.
You
look at the camera, nigga, you nigga.
Hey, and it's just hitting you, and it's like, I'm here. I'm all ears.
Because when you think about it, man, that nakedness is just basically representing the lack of clothing you have on.
That's right.
When you're putting on that righteousness, man, you're putting your pants on first. You're putting your socks on, your shirt, your hat.
Like the scripture said, you got the helmet, you got the breastplate, you got the garment.
That's that
right.
armor.
Yeah, that's right, that armor.
It's Salah, you brothers are right. That's that lack of armor you have, So when we in the world, we naked, but are we shameful for it? No, because we taking on that Babylonian garment.
Or even if you like the saying in the streets, nigga ain't got his heat on him, or that nigga's naked. Is he actually naked? No, but he doesn't have his weapon. Now this truth is our weapon. The scriptures are our sword.
Right.
So when you don't have it, you're naked. See, Jake, this is the whole thing. I've been watching these videos, these Egypt, how these now moving, they want to believe in all this Egyptian bullshit. But the fact of the matter is, when you read these scriptures, and you take it into consideration, the fact that everything in these scriptures is embodied by one group of people on this planet Earth, and how it cannot just be merely a coincidence that everything to a T is being described, you got to know that the scriptures are the truth. Sit here and say it was distorted, whatever, what have you. Well, goddamn, for something to be distorted, it's goddamn on point.
Yeah, that's right.
It's true.
These niggas is crazy. And these niggas, but they're naked. And they got that Babylonian, that Egyptian, that garment of Baal, man. And they gonna receive their recompense for that. All right? But read that 7 and 12, brother.
This is Genesis 3:7. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that
The
they were
eyes
naked.
was open, meaning the Lord told their ass they naked. Now they realize, oh shit, we naked, right? Go ahead.
And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
Go ahead.
And they heard the voice of
they're
thy.
gonna show you a picture. Adam got a motherfucker. some white boy and what's the bitch? What's the bitch? Who am I thinking about? Not Cleopatra. Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa and some faggot is up here with a goddamn leaf over their shit trying to. That's not what it's dealing with, man. Right? Go ahead.
And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
Really, they trying to figure out an excuse, right? Go ahead.
And
That's what that shit is. They trying to